I will be reading an article from N5D.com. You can see it right there on the screen. Why isn't my twin flame relationship working? By Max and Lana, guest writers for N5D.com. Welcome to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. I am Get, your host. The twin flame reunion process is one of the most challenging, compelling, and confusing experiences for both partners involved, and often for other people in their lives too. In our previous article entitled, How Do I Know If I Found My Twin Flame?, we've discussed characteristics of a twin flame connection, as well as reasons why that type of relationship is significant to twin partners and to the planet as a whole. Unfortunately, once found, your twin flame partner can go through phases of appearing cryptic, distant, scary, unpredictable, or even out of sync from the person you know and remember him or her to be. As a result, in our other article, Tips for Navigating the Twin Flame Experience, we detail some of more common effective tactics to help partners better manage the deep connection as well as understand the most overwhelming feelings and obstacles they face. After all, we are socialized to be independent individuals, to feel in control, and to prioritize our own survival instincts or self-preservation. The twin flame connection challenges all of these options. Now, I agree with that 100%. The twin flame connection challenges all these notions. Yes, it does. Gives us a glimpse of what unconditional love and openness truly means, and forces us to accept vulnerable, and forces us to accept, I'm laughing, I'm sorry. When you're vulnerability, that's the best I'm going to do with that word, as a sign of strength. Twin flame partners are destined to reunite permanently, but they can take many, many years, decades, or even an incarnation to do so. That's why I told you, it could happen now, may not happen now. They even said incarnation, so I think they're talking about another life. Although divine and often quite magical, the reunion process itself is far from the fairy tale that we wish it would be. Now, they're very honest. I like Max and Lana. They're very honest about this. But again, no need to be a coward and give up or run. Stick with the process. The universe isn't wrong, you are. Remember that. Consciously and unconsciously, twin flame partners engage in behaviors that can seem counterproductive, detrimental, or hurtful. But these activities are ultimately meant to serve them both, propel their soul mission, and help them assist other people in their world. And I did. Because look how many people I helped, one way or another. And if it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for my evil twin, this would have never happened. Thanks to the free will, human egos, timelines, and few other factors listed below, many variables contribute to how quickly and smoothly the permanent twin flame union unfolds. If your twin flame relationship just doesn't seem to be working, there is no reason to feel defeated. Your relationship journey may feel painful and time-consuming, but there are valuable reasons for the periodic delays, difficulties, and heartaches. Number 1, the runner phase. Wow. Okay, this is what's up. Because I don't feel like reading all this. But this is very interesting, so I am going to read it. But I'm going to read it like when you watch those commercials on television and they're trying to get you to sign on, but they don't want you to know what's really in it, so they read it really, really fast. So you're not paying attention. Like when you're buying something from Brother Polite. And then you'll find out you just got screwed. So that's how I'm going to read it. The runner phase. Despite the incredible fit or familiarity of both partners' energy signatures, at least one twin partner will run from the relationship. The runner may try to sabotage, forget, ignore, or set up strict boundaries regarding their twin partner and the couple's interactions. Runner fears being dependent on one person emotionally, physically, mentally, and energetically, as doing so makes them vulnerable to incredible pain, disappointment, or despair, or if the relationship were to fail. As a result, they tend to seek out or remain in less intense or lower vibration relationships, play the field, or throw themselves in other endeavors. These efforts are all meant to distract runners and help them overcome the power of the twin flame connection. If given lots of space, most runners will finally wake up to the significance of the twin and to the fact that no other partner, destination, or activity will ever be able to take the place of their twin flame relationship. I'm letting that sink in. Fortification of other aspects or goals. The twin flame relationships communicate so much focus, attention, and energy as both parties learn to share and align their mental, physical, and emotional aspects. Career endeavors, family, and other relationships, and even physical health of one both parties can get derailed or demoted because of how much is being devoted to the union. Those of you who do the natal charts with me, I repeatedly show you the whole twin flame family connection over and over again. As a result, one or both parties may unconditionally delay finding the twin connection or reuniting permanently until the other important areas of life have been strengthened, fortified, or achieved. So getting one's house in order and taking advantage of other important opportunities will help make sure the reunion happens more quickly, and that when it does, you are prepared for it in every possible way. Now, me personally, I just have a policy. If you can't love me when I'm down, I don't need you loving me when I'm up. So as soon as you tell me, oh, get your house in order, get your stuff together, I don't like that. But let's go to number 3. Addictive or abusive behavior. The power of the twin flame connections must always fuel and inspire very possible transformations for both twin partners. However, such changes are achieved through an extremely intense, trying, and often explosive path. Even the most confident, intelligent, and capable twin partners find themselves to be more emotional, illogical, and volatile in the reunion process than they could have ever imagined. As a result, if one or both parties are prone to addictive, compulsive, or abusive behaviors, the permanent twin flame reunion can be delayed. The twin flame reunion is meant to strengthen both parties, but both need to be able to endure the process without physically harming themselves or each other. Consequently, the reunion may require specific timing or events to precede it so that it does not irreparably damage those involved. Excuse me a moment, y'all. Just reading this is stressing me out, man. To be quite real. The twin flame is a bad mother. Shut your mouth. You can't be a coward with it. You can't run all over the internet. You gotta stand on both your feet like an adult and stop acting like a little. Yeah. Cha. Cha cha cha. Like if you're dancing, nigga. Running and dancing like a boxer in a ring. Other people's timelines. One of the main purposes of twin flame relationships is to strengthen both parties so that they can better assist others in their world. In some cases, one or both parties may temporarily need to be involved in other relationships. Well, that happens all the time, so don't make it seem like it's temporarily or all that. And the reason why is because people are filthy and disgusting, and they have no loyalty, they have no backbone, they have no character, so they use that as an excuse to be loose. And then they, oh, my feelings, you're hurting my feelings. No, I'm telling you the freaking truth. You can't work it out with your twin, but you can jump in bed and do all kind of wild. How many guys tell you, good guys finish last with the ladies? So to stop blaming it on twin flame, it's a loose characteristic in a person. I'm not going to let that slide. Sorry. I'm sick of these excuses for immoral, ungodly behaviors. Me personally, I wouldn't want to sleep with a slut. In other relationships or endeavors, in order to preserve a timeline, that is important to this planet. For this reason, many twin partners are married to other people or have children in other relationships, especially before or soon after meeting their twin. That's what happened with mine. Not only are these relationships and interactions valuable practice, I'm sure they are, for a twin, but they almost lead to positive growth of necessary outcomes from the other parties as well. Not in this case, bucko. So if a twin reunion is delayed or stalled, it is likely that one or both parties are actively affecting someone else's timeline for a greater good. I'm sure you are. Before the permanent twin reunion is allowed to happen here or beyond. So when I read this kind of crap, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with the bullshit no more, no more, no more, no more, no more. Soulmates meant to prepare you for your twin. Here we go with the loose conduct again, but let's go. Let's read it. Almost every twin flame partner experiences at least one extremely deep soulmate connection with someone else, which mimics a twin flame relationship. That deep soul connection resonates greatly because he or she is often of similar or familiar frequency and part of a larger soul family that feels like home. A twin flame, on the other hand, is you, your soul's other half. Most twin partners report that the deep soul connection can feel identical to a twin flame in many positive ways, but in the end are meant to prepare you for one rather than to be the one. In such cases, deep soul connections can simply disappear or disintegrate before the actual twin reunion. Sometimes a deep soul connection will remain in your life for the duration of that incarnation and will serve as support or even a contrast to the actual twin. So if a strong relationship disappears for a long time, the relationship is one of many positive and significant connections for you, or the deep relationship gets to the point that no longer serves your growth. Take heart because he or she may not be the actual twin. This is why I have to say what I have to say. They say people come here on a soul contract or something. You made a soul contract or whatever. But then you get here and then they're saying, oh, well, in order for this to work, then this has to, oh, she's got to sleep with this guy for this reason and then sleep with this guy for that reason. And then for that. So it just sounds like a whole lot of sex to me. It sounds like something like some wicked lying spirits would say, but not people. That's why I have issues with it. But I will continue reading. This is number 6. Unwilling to choose the worst first dynamic. Unfortunately, one of the main characteristics of a two twin flame reunion is that the first 3 to 10 years or more of the connection can be hellish and offer every imaginable challenge, discomfort, and lesson. In a twin flame relationship, if the couple decides to persevere and make it through the very rough patches, the sense of completion, confidence, and ease in the relationship actually increases over time because of the worst of times and worst of both parties were presented first. On the flip side, deep soulmate connections often start great and can sustain for a while, but sooner or later are not enough, especially as new challenges or personal nuances present themselves. Many twin flame partners consciously or unconsciously choose to delay their reunion in order to pursue deep soulmate connections that typically aren't as ardent or painful, especially in the early phases. But the twin flame connection and soulmate connection serve their purpose to fortify you, help you evolve, and prepare you for the next phases of this life and beyond. Neither type of relationship is right or wrong, or better or worse, just different in when, how, and how intensely they feel better or worse. As you can see from the plethora of challenges and complications involved with a reunion, twin flame partners were never meant to reunite in the same lifetimes. Now that I kind of would agree with, because it's too much hell, and I don't see the point of taking people through all that hell and then they still don't get what to be with the person anyway. Or by the time you get the person, she's fucked everybody around for some type of soul union or for this reason or for that reason, and you don't want it. They were designed to take turns incarnating so that one could support the other from beyond. Right now, this planet and its people desperately need the intense energies and perspectives that twin flame reunions offer, which is why more and more twin flame couples are incarnating together during this time of period. It is an uncomfortable, unaccustomed, and often disconcerting situation for both partners. As a result, the permanent reunions are frequently stalled or delayed to help prepare both parties as strong individuals and as a powerful couple. Sounds like a lot of garbage, but most of these twin flamers believe this shit. This is why they're running all over the fucking internet, wasting their resources, instead of dealing with the truth. I teach the truth. If your twin flame relationship isn't working, it doesn't mean that the fairy tale reunion doesn't exist. It just means that the path is filled with lots of tough love from the universe. Why? So that the permanent reunion can take place when, where, and how that you, your partner, and your world will benefit from it most. But notice how they don't give you no timing, and this is why people get pissed off. They can give you all that bullshit they just gave you, but they can't give you no type of time frame. Closest they came to a time frame was 3 to 10 years. So how many of you bitches got 10 years to wait on that bitch that's breaking your heart? Hardy, har, 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 har.